Hey kids, welcome back to the Craig Mahoney Video Diary Part 2 as we work on Mr. Phil Hughes here of the New York Yankees. As you can see, switched up the music a little bit, got some Frank Sinatra going, which means I'll be doing a lot more singing in the apartment and annoying the neighbors. Sorry, Michelle. My kind of razzmatazz. Anyway, we've got a bit more paint. What you see going on here is now the entire canvas is covered in paint and basically almost like a sculptor. We've got the clay molded, kind of lumped into a bit more of a familiar shape here, and yeah, color going on in the background. Now we're ready to go. Now we're actually going to really start. Now I'll start really trying to figure out, okay, where does everything line up? How do we make sure that, you know, if there's a crease in the uniform coming this way, it has to line up with the belt buckle here, and his eyeball is there, and then, you know, at the same time, you know, if this ball over here has to be on the same plane, you know, almost they kind of eyeballing a grid right onto it. I know some people like to actually project a grid onto their paintings. Now, some of us are good enough to eyeball it. What can I say? Let's talk about composition here for a moment. Let's really drop a bomb of knowledge on you here. Let's see if I can make a little sense. It's not just about looking at a photograph and copying it and putting it on. That's not what people come to Craig Mahoney for. Actually, it probably is. They just don't. No, it's anybody can take enough time and look at a friggin' picture and copy it and create a drawing or painting that looks just like that photo. What makes a painting more special than a photo? Well, first of all, you know, instead of going with the same old background, with going, you know, just the blurred out people in the stands, we're going with something a little more abstract, something that adds a little something extra, something that adds maybe a little bit of gives you a little bit of a different feeling than just a cold photograph. And as you'll see when we finish, my colors in my paintings are never real. Like they're always a bit extra. Like the kind of colors in the real world turned up to 11, to quote Spinal Tap. So, but right now we're going to talk about composition. Now this is important. Because like I said, anybody given enough time, given enough hours and days can copy a photo and with paint and pencils and whatever. What makes a really good artist is what's in here, what they see. Composition is a big part of this. Now as you can see, we've got two figures that we're working with here, and it's tough to get them both into a frame that is satisfying. One of the big things with composition, you got something called line of action. Now, if you're just looking at this main figure here, line of action is moving this way. This is where your eye is going. Just drawing you all up into here, into his face, into his arm. But now we got this figure by himself, line of action, we're going here. So now you got two competing lines of action with these two figures going together. You got one going this way, one coming this way, and basically what it's doing, it's dragging the whole painting down here. It's kind of weighing the painting down, it's bringing your eye somewhere, and there's no balance. So now my job is to take this and really, I want to stress this arm and this leg coming out, that he's not just the arm going back, but his body going forward. And also, you can see there's a bit of darker blue here, and the light is kind of going this way. I want the background to sort of lighten up to draw your eye this way. He's looking this way here, he's looking this way here. I want ultimately your eye to be drawn this way and not dragged down into this lower left corner here, where he's, you know, where his ass is hanging as he's about to say a prayer before he goes to pitch. So this is where we're left now. Now it's mapped out. Now we have our plan of action, and this is really where the painting begins. Now we're going to get to some real work, kids. Okay, so that's it. I think I actually said something that made sense there. I'm proud of myself. Anyway, once again, thanks for watching these little things. We're going to come at you all throughout next week. We're going to finish this up CraigMahoney.com, and Zell's Pinstripe blog. This is going to be fun. And who knows, maybe Phil, if you happen to see this, we're looking forward to big things from you this year. Okay? Take it easy.